I hear this all the time. I buy your games. I purchase your games. I buy your consoles. I watch your every move. Therefore, I know what the company needs. I know what you need. That's what I hear all the time. Just because I'm a gamer, I know what is the best for the company. I hear that all the time. But here's the thing: being a gamer, being a gamer like me, does not make me an expert in how to do marketing and how to do business, especially in a multi-billion corporation. Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, game studios like Square Enix, Konami, Capcom. I know Capcom is scrap. Well, the business model of Capcom is scrap. Um, Other companies like Bethesda, BioWare, EA. As a gamer, as us gamers, we are consumers. The only thing that we can actually bring to the table is feedbacks, queries on there's a bug here, there's a bug there, there's something messed up with this game, there's something wrong with this game, there's criticisms also in which you're going to review it, you're going to give it ratings. But when it comes to actually making decisions like we need more third-party IPs for the Nintendo Wii, for the Wii U, we need more. How about this? Final Fantasy needs to fix up from the ground up by hiring again Hironobu Sakaguchi. Or how will a Castlevania fan say that if Castlevania wants to redeem itself, they should bring back who's that? I can't remember. Yeah, Koji Garashi, in order for Castlevania to bring back the Metroid style Castlevania. That's like that. It's like me saying that I'm a Manchester United fan. I've been watching Manchester United for like 17 years. Since that fall in 1997 until they came back on the 1998-1999 season, in which they won the treble, Champions League, FA, and the Premiership. The English FA. In the case of Manchester United today, David Moyes actually got sacked, and in the time where Manchester United is playing their games within the season of Barclays Premier League, I see their flaws. I see it. The midfield sucks. The striking distance, the striking sucks. We only had like 60 points. We didn't sign blue chip players like Graves, Cruz, Cabaye, Lewandowski, Gotza, and as a fan, as a Manchester United fan, I'm going to say it's heartbreaking because we're not even at the top four. But saying that I could sign better players than they do, I could encourage these players to sign for Manchester United. That I'm better when it comes to tactics, Manchester United. That I can be a better manager than David Moyes. Or in basketball, last year's finals, NBA Finals, San Antonio Spurs versus Miami Heat. Am I going to be am I a better coach than Greg Popovich just because he didn't win Game 7? Just because of that one last play? If that's going to be the logic, then I could be the saving grace of Final Fantasy. I could be the saving grace of Castlevania. I could be the saving grace of Capcom. I could turn around Call of Duty and make it, a more intricate than a typical first-person shooter, just because I play these games, just because I purchased these games, just because I purchased these consoles. You get me? Being a gamer is just like being a gamer. Me being a gamer does not translate to what I'm doing right now, which is actually writing a narrative and, including the characters, their skills in game development. I get it pinch by pinch when it comes to game developing. Developing your own game. Looking for learning the engine that you're using. I'm currently using RPG Maker VX Ace, and it's hard. It's hard. It's not like you're playing with your keyboard like this. You're just like that. No, it's hard. It's really difficult. The adjustment, because you're a gamer, does not really translate well if you're going to do same thing with business. If you think that you being a gamer will say that you should market this well, you should get these, you should get that, you should get support from these, you get support of that, but didn't realize, but when the deal didn't come true, there's no point. If the companies that they dealt the company dealt with didn't really end up well when it comes to the conference table, it's not it's everybody's fault. Nintendo is going to be at fault for not getting third-party IPs. The game studios, the third-party IP studios, will be at fault too, considering that they just don't want to develop games for the certain console. And that's me. And me being a consumer, being a gamer, does not going to say that I can do better than that. I know what I'm talking about. I know you know who am I talking about. You know that because I've been hearing this for so long, and I hear and always hear this condescending, um, you know, beratings from a certain person who says that, well, Masahiro Sakurai didn't like gave a tribute to Super Smash Brothers for over 15 years. So I'm going to do it anyway. Just and little that you know that he's already working for two Super Smash Bros. Games for the Wii and the 3DS. That's just sounds condescending. Remember, you might be buying a certain product from a certain franchise or a certain company. Does not mean or constitutes that you know better than the people who are actually working. Trust me, it's not how you think it is. This is if you think that you're better because you. And remember, you're a corporate slave. You don't have the right to talk. You better start studying, the perspectives on how a company work or how a game studio work. Because you just pressing buttons, you just planning your strategy, you just um, bragging about your rank in evolution or in any fighting in any game, number one in this, number one in that. It doesn't matter. Why? Because you're just playing games. We're not actually we're not actually in the boardroom talking about things. We're not actually in the brainstorming room where these people are actually thinking about on how to how to make something different in the franchise that's already there in the future projects to come. You get me? Anyway, I'm Homer, and you know what? This is what I'm going to eat before lunch. It's composed of melted brown sugar and melted brown sugar and peanuts. See you later.